ATB television with me, Emma. On today's headline, U.S. seizes second oil tanker off Venezuela's coast. The oldest evidence of human fire making was discovered at a site in England. Sabrina Carpenter slams White House for using her music in an ICE video. Lando Norris wins maiden F1 World Championship title at WGP. U.S. forces have seized an oil tanker linked to Venezuela in international waters in the Caribbean, marking the second such operation this month after President Donald Trump ordered a total blockade on sanctioned oil shipments. Washington says the vessel was carrying sanctioned oil, while Venezuela has condemned the move as international piracy. We go now to our correspondent in the region, Eric. What can you tell us?
Yes, we are witnessing a serious increase in tension here in the Caribbean, which is directly affecting Venezuela's independence following President Trump's announcement of the total and complete blockade. U.S. forests have seized a second major ship carrying Venezuelan oil this month. This operation against the tanker Centuries happened just 10 days after the seizure of the skipper on December 10. It shows a fast move in the government's maximum pressures campaign aimed at cutting off the main income Maduro government. Let's look at the confirmed facts of the ships. According to U.S. Homeland Security Secretary Kirsten, the Century was intercepted in international water east of Barbados and during a pre-dawn operation led by the U.S. Coast Guard. The ship is Panamanian flag tanker that was last docked in Venezuela. Internal documents from the Venezuelan State Oil Company, PDVSA, showed that the ship was carrying about 1.8 million barrels of marine crude oil headed for China. A main point of this agreement is the ship's legal status. White House officials, including Deputy Press Secretary Anna Kelly, claim Century is part of the Venezuela shadow fleet used to move stolen oil for illegal activity. However, maritime expert Dr. Salvatore Macoriano and shipping records show that the ship appeared to be properly registered. Also, it is important to note that the Century was not the U.S. official section list when it was freed. Beyond the seizure of property, this campaign has led a large loss of life. Since September, the U.S. military has carried out 28 strikes on suspect gunboats near Venezuela, leading to at least 104 deaths. These include 5 deaths for a strike just this week. While the government said these are anti-drug operations, critics say there is no public evidence and describe the deaths as illegal killings. This strategy is being criticized even within the U.S. Senator Rand Paul has called this action a provocation and a start of a war with Venezuela. He has questioned the right of the American military to act as global police force by taking ships and attacking an armed crew in international waters. The reaction from Caracas has been one of outrage. Venezuelan Vice President Delcy Rodriguez has labeled the seizure as international piracy and theft, vowing to take the matter to UN Security Council. Meanwhile, the U.S. Coast Guard reportedly remained in active pursuit of a third vessel identified as the Vela 1, which is also suspected of being part of the Venezuelan dark fleet. With tension rising and the threat of land strike on Venezuelan soil looming, the region remains on high alert.
Eric, thank you for that report. We continue to follow developments in the Caribbean. Turning now from current affairs to a discovery that is reshaping our understanding of human history. Scientists in England say they have discovered the oldest known evidence of deliberate fire-making by early humans. After identifying a 15,000-year-old herd at a site in Suffolk, the findings published this month in the journal Nature suggest that Neanderthals were intentionally producing and controlling fire far earlier than previously believed. For more details, here our correspondent, Candy.
Scientists discovered the oldest known evidence of deliberate fire making by prehistoric humans at a site in Suffolk, England. The discovery was announced on December 10th and was published in the journal Nature. Researchers found that the Earth has been created around 415,000 years ago and was early made by Neanderthals. This finding puts back the timeline of humans fire making much earlier than previously believed. The site was located at an old clay pit near the village of Barnham. Archaeologists uncovered a patch of clay that has been heated to extremely high temperature. They also found flint handixes that had shattered from heat and pieces of iron pyrite. Before this discovery, scientists had believed that early humans had only used naturally occurring fire. However, the presence of pyrite showed that humans had intentionally produced fire by striking it against flint. According to Nick Aston from the British Museum, the evidence clearly showed that fire has been used repeatedly in the same location. He explained that early humans had brought the material with them, proving that fire making was planned rather than accidental. Until now, the earliest confirmed evidence of fire making had dated to about 50,000 years ago in northern France. The controlled use of fire played a major role in human evolution. Fire provided warmth and protected early humans from predators. It also allowed them to cook food. Through cooking, early humans were able to remove harmful bacteria from meat and toxins from plants. As a result, foods become easier to digest and energy was redirected toward brain development. Fire also influenced social life at night. Humans gathered around campfire where they communicated, shared experiences, and confirmed social bonds. Researchers suggest that this gathering has contributed to the development of language and early belief systems. Although researchers did not find human fossils at the Barnham site, earliest discovery has provided supporting evidence. In the mid-20th century, scientists have discovered the Neanderthal skull fragment about 160 kilometers south of the site. This was imaged other found in Spain and confirmed that Neanderthal had lived in the region at the time. Neanderthal went extinct around 39,000 years ago, shortly after Homo sapiens had spread across Europe. However, their residue had remained in the DNA of modern humans due to interbreeding before their disappearance. This discovery has changed scientists' understanding of early human intelligence and has shown that advanced fire-making skills has developed far earlier than once believed.
Thank you for that, Candy. Welcome back. The White House is facing question after pop singer Sabrina Carpenter said her music was used without permission in official government social media video related to U.S. immigration enforcement. For more details, we go now to our correspondent, Maxim.
White House is facing renewed scrutiny after pop star Sabrina Carpenter raised concern over the use of her music in a government social media video related to immigration enforcement. The video posted on official White House account highlighted the administration's ongoing immigration crackdown, a policy President Donald Trump has continued to emphasize since the beginning of his second term in January. The footage showed U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement (RICE) agent carrying out arrests accompanied by Sabrina's song Juno. The song from her 2024 album Short and Sweet is heard repeatedly as agents are shown restraining individuals and placing them in handcuffs. The video circulated widely online, prompting a range of reaction, with some viewers questioning whether popular music should be used in government messaging on sensitive issues. Sabrina responded on social media platform X, saying she has not granted permission for her music to be used in. She described the video as quote evil and disgusting, and clarified that she does not support the use of her work in political or immigration enforcement content. The White House maintains its position in a statement. Spokesperson Abigail Jackson defended the administration's approach, referencing Carpenter's own relics. Jackson said, quote, "Here's a short and sweet message for Sabrina Carpenter. We won't apologize for deporting dangerous criminal, illegal murderers, rapists, or pedophiles from our countries." Jackson added a further remark saying, quote, "Anyone who would defend this sick monster must be stupid, or is it slow?" The wording of the statement has since drawn attention and criticism for its strong tone. Following the reaction, the original video was removed from the White House social media account. However, the issues remained in the spotlight after another edited video appeared, using manipulated footage from Saturday Night Live, where Carpenter has previously appeared, again linking her image to immigration-related messaging. The incident has contributed to broader discussion about the use of artistic content in government communications, as questions continue over consent, contact, and the boundary of political messaging. This remains a developing story, and we will continue to follow further development closely.
Alright, thanks, Sim. Thank you for that. Now, to sport. Lando Norris has claimed his first Formula One World Championship, securing the title at the season-ending Abu Dhabi Grand Prix on December 7. The McLaren driver finished third in the race and after Max Verstappen by just 2 points after a season-long title battle. The victory brings the Drivers' Championship back to McLaren for the first time since 2008. Go now to our correspondent at the Abu Dhabi circuit, Nia.
Lando Norris has made history in Formula One by clinching his first ever World Championship title at season-ending Abu Dhabi Grand Prix on December 7, 2025. A dramatic and emotional finish to one of the most closely fought seasons in recent memory. Norris' achievement is especially significant because it brings the driver's world title back to McLaren for the first time since 2008, ending a long drought for one of the sport's most storied teams. This year's championship was a nail-biter. Norris was locked in a season-long battle with four-time world champion Max Verstappen of Red Bull and his own McLaren teammate Oscar Piastri. All three entered Abu Dhabi finale with mathematical chance to take the title, something we haven't seen in Formula One season closer in over a decade. Along the way, Norris has some big highlights, including winning races like the Brazilian Grand Prix and building strong momentum. Verstappen, despite winning more individual races, was consistently in the mix, ultimately keeping the pressure right to the finish line. In Abu Dhabi, Verstappen started on pole and went on to win the race, with Piastri finishing second and Norris third. But being on the podium was enough for Norris to secure the championship by just 2 points. It was one of the closest title battles in recent memory, a true season finale thriller. Norris' steady performance and the pressure paid off. While Verstappen took the race victory, Norris' resilience ensured he stayed just ahead in the championship standings. His third place finish gave him enough points to finish first overall, ahead of Verstappen and Piastri. When Norris crossed the line and realized he was champion, he was visibly emotional, tears, relief, joy, the full range of human reaction after years chasing this dream. He thanked his team, family, and fans, acknowledging how much the win meant to him and McLaren as a whole. The championship also marks a symbolic shift in the sport. It ends Verstappen's dominant 4-year run and signals a potential new era in Formula One, just as the sport prepares for major technical changes in 2026. Lando Norris' title isn't just his first world champion. It's a landmark moment for McLaren, a thrilling end to a tightly contested season, and a sign of fresh competition at the top of Formula One. A memorable chapter in racing, and one many fans will talk about for years to come.
Alright, Neon, thank you for that. That's the top story we have for you today. To recap, the United States has seized a second oil tanker linked to Venezuela, heightening tensions in the Caribbean. scientists in England have uncovered the oldest known evidence of human fire making, reshaping our understanding of early human history. The White House is facing criticism after pop star Sabrina Carpenter objected to the use of her music in an immigration enforcement video. And in sport, Lando Norris has claimed his first Formula One World Championship at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. That's it for now. I'll be back tomorrow with our 10:30 program. Do stay with us for the latest updates on the ATB website. Thanks very much for watching and do enjoy your Sunday morning.